Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Honesty Sam. It honestly feels a little strange saying that again because it's been such a long time since we last uploaded episode. Like I don't know how many months, 4 months. I don't know.
Just 2 months, Polly.
Okay, okay. We didn't disappear on purpose. Life just kind of happened. Like work got busy, priority shift, and then got at some point we just needed a pause. But as years started coming to an end, we kept thinking about how much this podcast meant to us. So we didn't want it this year to close without coming back. That's why we have this episode to like a check in with ourselves and with you.
Yes, and this episode is our holiday special, but it's also kind of a reflection episode. So we're not just talking about the holidays, but we're talking about our family and our culture, change, and then how this year just shaped us. So let's talk a little bit about our childhood holidays and what that was like.
Okay, so think about it when you grow up for the holidays, like they feel almost like magic because you're just like kids. So and then you don't have any responsibility. You just showed up and ate the food and enjoy the moment with family, friends, like the kids around your age. Back then, my favorite holiday was just Chinese New Year because that's like the big thing in China.
Mhm.
So it felt exciting because school's out and then family members gather together and there was always food involved. And as a kid, holiday feel loud, noisy, and full. And you don't think a lot about planning or cost because you're just kids. You're just exist there for the experience.
Yeah, I totally feel that too because growing up, holidays always felt like something you looked forward to for like months. Like it was like Halloween came and then you knew like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's was next. So now it's kind of different, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode.
So yeah, as an adult, holiday does feel different, like quieter or something. Like you get less gifts because as a kid you get a lot of gifts. Everyone give you this, that, that. But then now it's like only like a few, maybe one or two, or maybe three at most. Because just like you don't get that much gifts as an adult now, so it's more calmer, sometimes heavier too, instead of like excitement as a kid. There's also reflection instead of like just joy, and it also can be stress too. So you think about who you are spending time with, who you are not with, and how your relationship have changed over the years too. Sometimes you feel like comforting, other time you feel just like they highlight the distance, especially if you live far away from your families. And as for like Chinese New Year, that's gonna coming up soon too. Even though now we're past the Christmas, that's like a biggest thing in Chinese culture in China. It's very different from the Western holidays like Christmas. First of all, like it follows like the lunar calendar, so the day changes every year. So it's not just one day; it's entire season. Like you could say like what is it? Like New Year's, Chinese New Year happen one day, and then you follow by like 15 days of visiting relatives. So you will
Hmm.
spend like yeah. So you go to from house to house. Sometimes like every single day you go to different. You could go with your grandparents to visit them, or they come over to you. And because in China they have a big family, so too many relatives, you can't even know the names. So like my family have a huge thing, so you don't even know that name. So that's why like there are times when you walk in the house, you generally don't know who they are. Then you're just gonna be like, I don't know who they are, and then your parents or your grandparents will tell you, oh yeah, you're gonna call this person this, this is this, like
That's
how
your
they
auntie,
relate to
that's
you.
your uncle,
Yeah,
that's your cousin.
yeah, you don't know how to call them because just too many people, and then sometimes you're gonna have to figure out like, okay, then you call them this. It's too many, a lot of things to figure out. And also, Chinese family titles are very specific too. So it's not like just uncle or auntie. It also depends on like age and generation too, and which side. So sometimes you could have someone who's younger than you, like maybe like 10 years younger than you. You still have to call them like uncle or auntie.
Yeah, in Vietnam too.
And then as a kid, they can feel awkward too,
Yeah, so it's a
like
little weird.
confusing. So it's like they're same generation as your parents, your mom and dad, but then they're like 10 years younger than you. You're like, what? And it could be like a kid call you auntie, but you're like kind of similar age or something. So it's kind of weird. So looking back now, I think like whether the system creates a closeness or pressure,
Hmm.
like because like it can create closeness during the holiday because you get to spend time with the family, friends, but then also sometimes pressure because, like I say, you're gonna go visit your relatives. Sometimes you're like you don't want to do it because like you don't even know them. You never see them
Yeah.
until the holiday. You're gonna visit them, so that's why you're like connect to the family, but then it's like obligation too.
Hmm.
So even when you're tired or uncomfortable, so I feel like for me, I would rather like don't go because I don't want to be
Hmm.
forced to do something I don't want to do. And what about you?
I think I feel the same way. Like, we have a pretty small family in Hawaii, so it's just me and my mom and my dad. But um, we most of our relatives are in California, and we don't get the chance to go there too often. But it's so different. I can see the dynamic, like when we're celebrating the holidays in Hawaii with just like my mom, dad, and I, and our close loved ones and everything versus like a huge family celebration in California, right? So very different dynamic. But for me, I'm kind of similar to you, Pauline, because I don't really know all of my relatives either, especially because they live on the mainland and everything. But yeah, it's really nice to kind of like learn who everyone is. And I feel like now that I'm a little older, I can kind of better understand, oh, this person is this person's child or grandma or whoever, and then like put the pieces all together.
I still don't know because like as we get older, some people like left or they go somewhere
Yeah,
else, so we don't have much time to get together now.
yeah, or they move somewhere else and
Yeah,
you're
so
yeah.
even harder. So
Hmm.
oh yeah, what about the Vietnamese New Year?
So Vietnamese New Year is very similar to Chinese New Year, like how you were describing it. So our Vietnamese New Year is called Tết, and it's usually I think it follows the lunar calendar too. So it's in February usually, and a lot of similarities. We visit family, we honor our elders, we share food together, like dinner and lunch and everything. And it also has a lot of its own unique customs. So Vietnamese New Year is always a special time for me, and it's one of my favorite holidays too. I think more than the Western American New Year's even because I think it really reminds me of like my Vietnamese heritage. And I always spend the holidays with my family, and I'm surrounded by like the different traditions that make it really meaningful, like paying respect to your ancestors, decorating with traditional flowers like bông mai, cooking up like classic dishes. My favorite Vietnamese New Year's dish is called bánh trưng, which is like this sticky rice with yellow mung bean and pork in it. Super, super yummy. So we always have a lot of fun. We always do karaoke. Sometimes we do fireworks. And Vietnamese New Year's like always reminds me of my grandma. So it's really special to me to see everybody just come together and just spend time together and have fun and not be like, like stressed out about like work or something else and just be present in the moment. So yeah. What about you? Do you have any thoughts on like food, like holiday foods or anything?
Oh yeah, food is one of the strongest connection to memory. Like during the Chinese New Year, food are like symbolic, like dumplings for whales or fish for abundance. So like they always have to say like you need to have fish. That means like there's still something like abundance like left, not like there's not like finished. So it's important to have fish as your like a dinner in your,
Mhm.
like a yeah in the table
What if you're
during.
allergic?
No, you don't need to eat it. You just have to have on the table.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a symbolic thing more. And then I love the dumplings. And then, but they also cook a lot of different things. Depends on different cities. They cook different kind of dishes. And also, there's some food they only eat like once a year. Some kind of I think what's it called the salty meat. Like they put like
Mm.
salt on the meat and they kind of like smoke it. So like, and then you put in like hand somewhere and like because it's cold weather,
Oh,
so you
cool.
will like dry it out and then like you do it like in the winter time. And once the New Year's come out, they will just kind of cook it and then make it to like different dishes. It tastes good, it tastes okay, but or it tastes
Tastes
good.
okay.
No, no, for people who not used to it, it's just like salty. But then for people who like for us, it's like we like this the same. And then also as an adult, sometimes you miss those food or you try to
Mhm.
recreate them, but and to reconnect with the home. But like some of these, it's hard to recreate because like you might not have certain like spices or species or like you don't know how to do it. Even though you have the recipe, you cannot make the same taste.
Yeah. And I feel like
So
growing up like in Hawaii too, it's Christmas is very different here. Like it's always sunny and the weather's just like it's not snowing, so it's not like your typical like winter, you
Yeah,
know? So what do you think about that?
yeah, because like I think in China, like or like other places during like holiday is like because especially the place I'm from, like it's four season like kind of clear.
Does it snow there?
No, it does not because it's like I think the temperature on the ground is kind of too high, so it doesn't. It cannot even it snows. It cannot build up the same on the ground. It's not. They just like disappear. Just like
Mm.
what did it mute afterwards. But if you go to like mountains, it's called Alme mountain. Like if you go up like cold time, sometimes it snows really bad. Like people will try to climb up there to like the top, but then if it snows too much, they don't allow you to go up
Mm.
there because too much
Too
snow.
dangerous, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so but then it's good to see. You can see the snow there. But then yeah, but it's like cold. Definitely cold. You gotta wear those like puffy jacket. But then like you also can actually do the fireworks too.
Mm.
So yeah, but in Hawaii it's different. It's cold, but then not that cold. Like sometimes
It's cold.
but sometimes it's cold and then you like it. It's like colder. Like this year, it's getting colder, but still in the noon time it's still hot. So it's like it is
When
Christmas.
it's 12 o'clock.
I don't feel like Christmas. So yeah, and also New Year's Eve. So in Hawaii, so as we say, it's almost New Year now. Like in a few days. So there's like a what is it called? The new experience I want when ever since I moved
The
here.
fireworks,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So even though it's like illegal here, but people still do it. Like once the clock hit 12 a.m. on New Year's Day, boom 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 boom. Everywhere is
Yeah.
like started fireworks. And
And if you
like
have a drone and you can fly it,
yeah,
it's just so cool
yeah,
to
I
see
watch
all
it
of
on Instagram. People post it. Wow, it's so nice, even though it's illegal, and the
that.
police cannot do anything to it.
Although I heard this year they're getting stricter though, but yeah, I think like aside from the fireworks too, like I think the culture is a little bit different because you just like it's not so much about like having everything like having the perfect New Year's party, you know, it's more like about making time for each other, seeing like people you haven't seen in a long time before. So it's very like wholesome, I think.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
in China too, like during the New Year's time, like around it, or like kind of maybe a few days before, or maybe a few days after, you see those tents on the street. They sell fireworks. You can buy it, and
Oh,
then
after New Year's?
or
Uh-uh.
during the Chinese New Year time, they sell the fireworks, and you can buy it, and also you like plan like play with or something. But then like I think they get strict too now. There's also only certain area kind of far from the center of the city. Then you can use do it like do the fireworks, but then like the other place like you cannot they don't allow anymore,
Yeah.
and also don't have that much tent to selling it anymore. I don't know because I don't go back during the winter time now, so I don't really know if
Oh.
anything changes.
Yeah, usually our family does the Chinese like firecracker strands
Yeah.
for the Western New Year. So, but I don't think we're doing it this year because my dad is a stickler to the rules, and he heard they're cracking down on it this year, so he just wants to be extra careful and extra safe.
Well, because I think I saw the news there, people still waiting to buying those things
Oh.
right now, like in line just to get it. And they can still get it, but I don't know, maybe less. So yeah.
So, do you think the holidays this year for you felt like different from other years, or do you think like you still felt like the same excitement, or was it
Uh,
like
yeah, it's like I don't know, maybe the same.
that's good?
But then like yeah, cause like what is it? It's the same at the same time. Not like Chinese New Year. It's like it's sometimes like 1 year will be January, 1 year will be February. This year gonna be February, so every year it's like shift
Mm.
January, February like that. So that's different. So
Yeah. What about your New Year's resolution? Do you have any like goals or things you want to leave
yeah, so
behind or
like so
reflection?
before the year end, like I was thinking like a lot about everything happened. I mean, I first felt like oh nothing really happened, but then think about it like oh that's actually a lot
Oh my God, you did
happened.
so many competitions, Pauline.
Yeah, so it's like the second year moving out, and I finally found a living situation that feels stable and better for my mental health.
And you met me.
Yeah, well, I was like second year now, another year, I guess. So one of the things I'm proud of this year is like landing a good full time job. It's like it didn't happen, just happen. It just like, I guess it's like I'm lucky and I got like my resume got picked online. They see my
No, it's like
resume,
hard
and
work and effort.
and then like I was like, oh, okay, and then like when they asked me, I'm like, yeah, I want that job, and then I already tried. I guess they see my, what do they call, enthusiasm, like to
Mm.
really want that job. That's why they gave me the chance over the other person who's more experienced than me. And also, what is it? I'm like being more comfortable living on my own now,
Mm.
and then and also grow like a lot physically too. Like get really like, a lot better in Muay Thai, like sparring, conditioning, cardio, and then also complete my first half marathon in April. Well,
Woohoo!
even though I didn't like really train much, because I trained, but then I kind of stopped a month and a half before it. I'm like, forget about it. I don't want to run. I don't like to
Mm.
run, so it's kind of lame. But then like doing the actual run, like kind of feel like okay, I did not train that much. That's why I'm kind of getting tired. Everything hurts after like a past halfway or towards the end. So, but because I didn't train much. But yeah, I would never thought either do that a few years ago. Like can do half marathon, and also this year was not perfect. I did again gain the weight because the stressful period I was trying like, what is it, get a job, so kind of, but then I still continue like be consistent at the gym and work out, even though I'm working full time, and then I will lose weight again, get back to like my mental to get like work out constantly, and also just take things day by day and slowly build more stable life. So, what about you?
I think for me, something I'm proud of this year is, well, it took me the whole year to kind of learn it, but recognizing like my limits and reflecting on like the things and the people who like truly matter and who are gonna stick around with me for the long run, through all my ups and downs, and learning to be more like true to myself and my values. I also A lot did happen this year, good and bad, but a lot of good too. Like you can't just focus on the negative, but I feel like I took more risks this year and I definitely traveled more. Like I went on my first ever solo international trip to Vietnam in February, went to the East Coast for the first time, saw snow for the first time, even though it's kind of dirty. I reconnected with my relatives at my auntie's wedding in November. So, yeah, I think what I want to leave behind though this year is neglecting my like well-being, like self-care kind of thing. So I want to be better at being more mindful and having more discipline, I think, at times, and just having more self-respect.
I forgot to mention I had my what is it? I was had my first uh what is it called, bridesmaid wedding. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
being
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
yeah my first time being a bridesmaid for a wedding this year.
And Pauline wore a dress, which she never
uh,
does.
I mean, I do wear dresses, but just don't like to wear it on my own unless for special occasions.
Well, do you have any resolutions for this upcoming year?
Yeah, and not really. I don't want to think it's resolution. I think going into the new year, I would really try to focus. Not really like strict resolution. It's more like attention. So attention to like and consistency for myself. So like big goal will be um to training for my first full marathon.
Woohoo, 26
Or
miles.
yeah, and then I've started running regularly already, and then I want to keep building that habit. So it's not just like a motivation. Oh, I'm motivated to do it this week, and no motivation next week. No, I want to build into like a habit. So even when I have no motivation, I can still do it. It's like a habit, not
Mhm.
yeah, already. And also want to try to continue to lose a little bit more weight, and then more importantly, just to maintain it by eating like cleaner and feel my body instead of just like eat whatever I want, and also
Mhm.
sleep better too, because that's really important too. And professionally, I want to keep doing well on my current job, like, and also continue learning new stuff too, and nothing dramatic, just steady progress. And the main intention will be just to live more steady and then keep my routine, like take care of my body and mind, and then build a life that feels balanced and sustainable. What about you?
I think this year I really want to focus on working on myself and my loved ones. So, like just being there, keeping my promises, like not flaking on people, um, be, doing stuff that might be hard, but that I know is like good for me, like running and stuff, like working out, exercising more. And then, like, same like Pauline said, just being like more consistent with my routine and not having too much spontaneity or too much surprises in my life.
Okay, I think that's about it for today.
Yeah, that's I think all we pretty much have to share with you folks for this holiday episode of our podcast. So, no matter how or what you celebrate, like holidays are always about connection and reflection and starting fresh in a way.
And happy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year. Honestly,
Honestly,
same.
same.